I wanted to tell you how somebody that my previous accountant was doing business or doing taxes for was able to get over $900,000 for free. The way he did that was through filing for an ERC tax credit. What that is during the Biden administration, they had this ERC tax credit, which gives businesses up to $26,000 per employee for the year of being in business in COVID. I think this is one of the most ridiculous things that's ever happened because that was like 3 years ago with the whole COVID thing. For businesses that stayed in business during that time, it was usually their best year that they ever had. It was actually a very great year for our business, great year for hospitals and medical businesses. And now the Biden administration is giving out that money to these people. Well, they have been for years. We have applied for that credit, and of course, we're getting it. I think it's dumb that they're giving it away to businesses that did well during that year. It seems like it's important for businesses that didn't do well, but those businesses are likely not in business anymore anyway, so they shouldn't even be given this credit out. Now, we're going to get money from the ERC tax credit thing, but I think it's dumb. I'm going to give you my perspective on this whole situation. The whole ERC tax credit thing and the way this guy was able to get that over $900,000 with the ERC tax credit was because he went and applied for a tax credit claiming that he had a business that he didn't have, and claiming that he had employees that he didn't have. The ERC tax credit has allowed for one of the most largest amount of fraud. This is a very poor decision that they even made to do that. And of course, there's a lot of other poor decisions that were made. And, I don't want to give my stance as one way or the other because the Republicans have done some things that definitely negatively impacted business as well. It isn't like the first time that this has happened with people applying for this tax credit that don't even need to be receiving this tax credit and have no business receiving this tax credit. There was also a whole episode on people that did this with the American Greed TV show. I'd recommend watching that. It was actually really good. This person that took in the 900,000, that was somebody that was local to me. And the way I know about this is because my former accountant mentioned the story to me about somebody that came to him that wanted him to do his taxes when he has this $900,000 ERC tax credit payment to his bank account, and then he's wanting to legitimately have his taxes done by this accountant that was completely fraud. I want to close this video by saying there is no such thing as free money. There may be easier ways to earn money, but when it comes to getting this money, you can see how much this has affected inflation, as well as things that Trump has done too, like with the whole tariffs. The tariffs has made certain parts more expensive to get. So like the tariffs in my business for our GT35R ball bearing cages, I placed a minimum order. It was over $13,000. And then because of the tariff, I had to pay 38% tax on that before I received those. So I ended up paying $4,800 in tax before even receiving that. Well, then I'm like $17,000 or $18,000 in this item before even selling any of them, saying that this item, all these items are good, there's no flaws in them, and then that I can sell them for the price that I was selling them at and make a profit, which it lowers the chance of even making a profit on them because of people returning them, stealing them, employees may damage them, there may be defects in those. So there's certain things like that. It's like, I don't even think I really want to buy this item anymore because the risk involved with losing money, or I have to decide to raise my prices to make my customers pay more money for these items that I know they shouldn't have to pay for. It's not like, if you look at it that way politically, then I'm not necessarily paying them more money. It's my customers have to pay me more money for those items, and I don't like to do that to my customers either. I'm going to end this video. I hope you learned something, and don't do that fraudulent stuff because some people really got nailed for taking that ERC tax credit when they weren't supposed to. The government handing out any money, the reason why that's a big deal is because they have to print that money and it causes the increased inflation. But I think a lot of people haven't really thought about the whole tariff inflation portion of that. So it's not just one party or the other that has caused that. I think it would be great if the political party's choice was so poor that neither side got any votes.